Lie down, pulling your lower back into the floor, and take your arms up above your head, sliding the back of the arms down over the floor, and then repeat this movement a few times. Keep the full spine in contact with the floor. Next, extend the arms up above the head, but this time lower the elbows down in towards the ribs, and keeping the back of the hands still sliding up and down the floor. The idea here is to draw the elbows down into the ribs as tight as you can, but still maintaining that full contact with the spine and shoulders along the floor. Repeat this movement as many times as you feel you need to. From here, take the arms up above the chest, slightly clench the fists and turn the palms facing in. You're going to raise both shoulder blades off the floor, but still maintaining the spine along the mat. So lift and punch upwards through the shoulder blades, opening up and creating some space. Start with doubles, and then you can move on to singles. Complete 3 or 4 rounds on each side. Then pop the hands onto the shoulders and just take some nice big shoulder rotations, bringing the back of the arms down to the floor and trying to do a bigger circle as possible. We're then going to roll onto one side, bring the knees together and keep a full length, that side of the body in contact with the floor. Stretch one arm out in front, and then you're going to open up for some big chest openers. Stretch the fingers away from each other, and your aim is to try and get both shoulders down to the floor. We want to maintain the knees squeezed together, the feet together, and minimum movement and rocking through the hips. Complete 5 of these on each side. We're then working on the same shoulder and the same opening through the chest. We're going to go for chalk circles. Imagine you have a piece of chalk in your top hand and draw a big circle around, keeping contact with the floor as much as you can, all the way around. This is a nice exercise to open up through the shoulder joint and see if we have any tightness across the front of the chest and the shoulder. Complete 5 to 6 reps on each side again. Then you're going to swap sides and do exactly the same on the other side. Back to the chest openers, stretching the fingertips away on each opening movement, squeezing the knees together, and taking the eye line with you as you take the arm all the way over. And then on that last one, pausing and stretching out that movement a little bit. Stretch the fingers away and release. Into the chalk circles again. Trying to keep contact with the fingers all the way around. Take note of how one side may feel different to the other. Keep those knees squeezed together. a minimum rotation round through the hips. Complete 5 to 6 of these on each side. Then we are going to come back to a lying position, lying on our back, pull the lower back into the floor and extend the length of the spine and the head, just keeping the legs bent and the feet flat. You're then going to extend one leg, bring one leg up bent, and we're going to roll that leg all the way over the other side of the body, taking our arms stretched out to the side, applying a little bit of pressure down to the top knee if you feel you need that. You may feel this stretch through the glute, and you may feel it opening up through the waist. It's a great rotational exercise to open up through the spine. Then swap sides. Spend as long as you need on each one of these. We're going to go 4 reps in total. Repeat back to the first side. One leg straight. Bring that top knee all the way over. The higher you lift the knee, try and get the knee about 90 degrees, but the higher that knee is, the more you're going to feel that stretch through the glute. Looking and opening up through the glute and through the shoulders. So try and keep both shoulders down level on the floor. Relax the exercise there. We're then going to bring you up onto all fours. And we're going to work some scapular push-ups. So all we need to do here is keep the arms straight, and we're going to push that body weight upwards, but just using our shoulder blades. You're then going to compress the shoulder blades down and together. Up, and then release. Play around with this movement. It's quite nice to create some separation between the shoulder blades. Okay, then back to all fours. We're going to thread the needle by sliding one arm all the way under the other and dropping the shoulder down as close as we can to the floor. Take a little stretch and hold and pause at each side. Come back up and repeat on the other. On each one you may find that you can take it a little bit further or hold that stretch for a little bit longer. This exercise opens up through the upper back and also creates a nice twist movement through the spine. Good, last one. Stretch those fingers right the way through again. Sit and hold. We're then going to sit that one back into child's pose. Drop the hips down onto the heels. Try and release the shoulders and the head down to the floor, stretching the fingertips out. Then walk the fingertips all the way over to the right side. Still sitting the heels down. You'll feel this stretch go through the side of the body, under the shoulder blades, through the lats. Then work that round to the other side. Good. From there we're going to sit you up. Keep your legs bent. Take hold of your feet. And you're going to try and pull your upper body away from your feet, but still keeping your hands in contact with your feet. So you'll see I'm rounding my upper back and I'm taking a nice stretch through my rhomboids, which is an upper back between my shoulder blades. Stretch for about 8 to 10 seconds, release, and then repeat. You may feel this stretch through the upper back, you may feel it down through the armpit, and even into the hands. The idea is to apply as much tension as resistance as you can by pulling through the feet to create and deepen that stretch. And then release. Good. Okay, we're going to go for scapular retractions. So just sitting up, roll the shoulders back, and then you're going to try and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Release those shoulder blades forwards, and then squeeze and drive the shoulder blades together again. You should be able to really feel that shoulder blade and the chest opening up by that squeezing motion. You can add an extra by opening the arms up, but keeping those elbows tucked in tight. Have a play around with how that movement feels for you. Coming back onto the seated position, just sit comfortably. We're going to have a stretch through the neck. So roll the shoulders back, pop one ear down onto the shoulder. Sit and hold that stretch. If you feel like you need to add a little bit more resistance, just apply some light pressure with your hand. Maintaining to keep a nice upright posture, remembering to breathe. And then swap sides. And then this time we're going to look 45 degrees away from us, drop the chin down, and then apply pressure. As we swap sides, you'll see that I'm sitting on my hand on the side of the neck that I'm stretching. That's to increase that stretch. If that stretch feels too deep or too painful, just release the hand from underneath the bum, or release the hand on the top of the head. Take that look to 45 degrees and then drop the chin down onto the chest, opening up through the back of the neck. Okay, this time looking to the front. You're going to drop the chin down onto the chest, and then you're going to apply a little bit of pressure just to the back of the head. Taking a nice stretch through here, right the way down through the back of the neck. You may even feel that run down into the back, depending on how tight the muscles are down through the spine. Finally, rotations. We're just going to rock half circles from one ear on the shoulder, drop the chin, all the way around to the other ear on the other shoulder. Really slow and controlled. And then our last exercise, we're going to bring ourselves just up onto the knees. We're going to roll the shoulders back from there, really lift that posture up so my spine's in a nice neutral spine position. I'm going to take hold of both hands behind my back, and then I'm going to squeeze my hands together and pull them downwards. This is meaning I'm retracting my shoulder blades together, and then I'm dropping that posture down. You should feel a nice good stretch either down through the front of the shoulders or down through the neck. You can intensify that stretch by then popping the ear down onto the shoulder on each side. Repeat a few times, and that is it.